everybody, I'm Ahmad Rashad, and this is REALTV.
I know you're coming. Hold still.
This gator's not listening. He just wants a little bite. A car loses its brakes and swerves into spectators. Who in their right mind would let sharks bite them over and over? Plus,
this suspect is ice cool.
He'd have to be to lead cops on a chase like this. And here's what guts and glory will get you. If a camera was there, you'll see it here on REALTV with Ahmad Rashad.
Welcome to the show. You might think the man on our first tape was just out for a leisurely drive, if it wasn't for the cop cars and the helicopters chasing him. But this pursuit won't stay so easy for long.
He's not your usual suspect. This guy's trying to get away from the cops, wearing a World War I style aviator's cap and a leather jacket in the Southern California desert. But, as usual, you can't outrun the cops.
Looks like CHP setting up a spike strip.
Chopper reporter Bob Terz sees it coming.
And the suspect's now coming up on the spike strip. CHP officers are spreaded across the road, and the suspect, he just swerved over. He swerved over to avoid the strips. He knew it was coming up ahead. He swerved, but it looks like he took his left side. His left two tires have been hit by the spike strips.
It's the beginning of the end. His left front tire locks up, and sparks fly. But he doesn't stop. He's got 5 cops on his tail, a highway patrol plane, and a news helicopter overhead. He acts like he's the only guy on the road, calmly taking a drink of water.
This suspect is ice cool, very calm.
He's calmly approaching the end of the line.
He's getting out, he's getting out. The suspect is now running. He's climbing a fence right now. Officers got him. Nope. He got away.
With his trademark coolness, he slows down.
Totally jogging.
Totally jogging. He's walking. He's out of breath. In just a moment, he'll be cornered by police officers. He doesn't realize it yet. He doesn't see those cop cars, but we can see him from overhead.
There they go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Attackable. He dumps us down. Yep. Officers made a touchdown with the suspect. In just a moment, it'll be a code 4 with suspect in custody. No injuries.
No injuries, just ruined rims for the man that didn't get away.
He lost his axle, lost his rims, and now he's lost his freedom.
Did you know that REALTV is seen in over 70 countries all over the world?
Corporal Bill Nelson is about to meet his match. A 10-foot-long alligator is on the loose, and it's up to Bill to get it under control.
Oh, he's dead. All right, get that over your eyes so you'll calm down for me now. Come on. All right. I know you're coming. I know you're coming. Hold still. Come on. There you go. Can you get underneath the door? Away from the fence so he'll roll. Promise you don't have. You sure. Come on, Bill. We want to get away from you.
But he ain't seen nothing yet. Bill decides this standoff has gone on much too long.
Turkey, flip me off.
The gator goes in for the kill.
Turkey.
And thankfully comes up short. Bill gives it a second crack.
I get his head.
And all looks well until...
Get him, Turkey. Stay on him, stay on him. Get your gun.
the gator tries the dreaded death roll.
Get him, Turkey. Stay on him.
But Bill says, no way. Your days are done.
I love the smell of burning rubber in the morning.
Wellington, New Zealand. The street is blocked off as members of a car club take turns racing against the clock. Everyone's enjoying the day until this car comes along. clutch explodes, snapping the brake line and throwing the car out of control into the crowd. An enraged spectator goes after the driver. Everyone else has more important things on their mind. There are 4 people trapped under this car, one of them a little girl. It takes only seconds for the crowd to roll the car off the victims. Then it's time to assess the human damage. Incredibly, there's only a single injury. One man suffers a broken arm. As for that little girl, she's blessed with a very quick-thinking dad.
As soon as the car hit us, I just grabbed my kid and we were just stuck under the car and I just yelled out, "Get this car off us." And I'm glad there was people there to pull the car off us.
You're watching Real TV.
Next up, we head south to the border for a whole lot of trouble in the rodeo ring.
At rodeos in Mexico, there are a million ways to get off a bull. And just about all of them hurt. Going off the front is no good. Too many horns. Taking the rear exit's no picnic either. The side door isn't too bad if you can get away clean. This guy doesn't. So maybe the key to survival is staying on the bull. Or maybe not. These part-time cowboys wear sharp spurs, so even when they want to get off, it's easier said than done. Now this guy's got it figured out. But when it comes to bailing off these 1-ton bucking machines, soft landings are the exception, not the rule.
Patience has its rewards. We're back with more of the world's best caught on tape before you know it. There's more of the world's best shots caught on tape coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. The folks on our next tapes are in for a world of trouble, but they're not alone. In fact, their trouble is all in the family.
Sidecar teams get pumped for the start of a race at Australia's Claremont Speedway. And they're off. The racers peel past the first turn, but keep your eye on the brothers wearing the green helmets. Watch again in slow motion. Their sidecar clips the track coming out of the turn. They flip and both tumble to the dirt. Medics rush them to the hospital. Luckily, they suffer only minor injuries. Another family affair, this time in Florida. A family of 3 enters a pet store looking for a Chihuahua. They appear to check out the puppies and quietly leave. But what the clerk doesn't know is they're not empty-handed. Take a closer look. While the husband heads off to distract the clerk, the mother takes the Chihuahua, hides it under a jacket in her child's arms, and makes a quick exit. It may not seem like a big deal, but the puppy cost $650. That's grand theft. And in Northern California, 2 brothers go for a quick run on their dirt bikes at the end of a busy day. But you don't have to go extreme to bomb big time. It's just a little joyride, but as you can see, it doesn't take much to slip and take a dive.
Bruce Mobilia, left his mark there.
But not only a mark on the ground, he breaks 3 bones in his neck.
Oh. Strange, but true. It's an eyeful, straight ahead.
Meet Valerie Taylor, a diver with a death wish. Valerie doesn't just swim with the sharks. She straps fish fillets to her forearms to provoke them.
and they're really trying to get the food. It feels exciting.
What keeps Valerie in one piece during these violent attacks is a special chainmail coat of armor she wears over her wetsuit.
It's made out of stainless steel mesh or stainless steel rings all welded together in exactly the same way as a knight of old, as the medieval armor.
While Valerie feeds the sharks, her husband Ron shoots with a camera. The suit was actually his brainchild, inspired by butcher's gloves made from the same material.
If a razor-sharp butcher's knife cannot cut through, I figured that a shark's teeth wouldn't cut through.
But today, Valerie's luck is about to run out. A shark goes in for a bite and puts 4 of his teeth in Valerie's chin. The shark rips away her regulator. She's 60 feet down and can't breathe. Valerie scrambles to the surface for air. She's okay, just a bit shaken. Despite the close call, Valerie and Ron are back in the water that very same day.
When I'm wearing the suit, I feel totally protected. I feel like Superman. Give you a feeling of being indestructible. And it's a nice feeling.
Turn on your dashboard cameras. It's great police video up next here on REALTV.
The numbers say it all. The Florida woman driving this car has been convicted of drunk driving 18 times. Her license has been suspended 28 times. And now, she's running from Deputy Mike Lofton at speeds up to 90 miles an hour. His dash cam captures it all.
This chase was scary. This is as scary as I've ever been on a chase.
She's bombed. She weaves into oncoming traffic, then veers the other way, smack into the dirt. Moments later, she does it again, crossing the center divider and putting other lives in danger.
There's several times where if the people wouldn't have pulled off the road, she'd have hit him head on, because she didn't care.
She's so out of control, she forces people in the oncoming lane to pull over. The woman survives the crash, but thankfully, she's off the road in more ways than one. The 59-year-old driver gets 5 years in prison, the maximum under Florida law.
Straight ahead.
Basically thinking, get the hell out of the way.
It's the shot that cost a cameraman over 300 stitches. And 90 seconds as a walking inferno. He's doing it for fun.
Ahmad is back in a bit with lots more of the world's best shots caught on tape. Expect an eyeful. This is REALTV.
Welcome back. When you are a camera person, getting good shots means getting close to the action. You're about to see what happens when one man gets a little too close.
Ohio is host to the American Motorcycle Pro Hill Climb Championships. These specially built bikes can tear up the steep slopes at over 60 miles an hour. Cameraman Glenn Mazzoni gets up close and personal to the fast and filthy action. The next racer is number 17, who revs up the engine for his shot up the hill. But Glenn gets the shot and not the one he planned.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Do not touch him.
Glenn is down and badly hurt. His camera's still rolling when help arrives. Looking at it from another camera, you can see just how hard Glenn is hit. The chain-wrapped rear wheel of the 400-pound cycle runs right over his head. Luckily, paramedics are on the scene. They finally control the bleeding and rush Glenn to a hospital. Later, he recalls how quickly it all happened.
The motorcycle was coming probably between 65 and 70 miles an hour, and from the time he went out of bounds until the time he was on my head was about half a second. Yeah, I was basically thinking, get the hell out of the way.
It takes over 300 stitches to sew him up, but Glenn doesn't blame the racer at all.
You know, sometimes people ask, weren't you mad or didn't you get mad at that guy? Of course not. He didn't mean to hit me. I was probably too close to the track, as the video would show, and you're going to operate in that realm, things are going to go wrong. That's all part of the game.
Repeat after me. This is the home of the world's best. Caught on tape.
It's a chilly nightmare for this crew of novice sailors. Sailing students flipped their boat in California's Marina del Rey, and they're having a terrible time riding it. Finally, up it comes, and away they go, blown right back into big trouble. These wet wannabes are cold and very tired. One sailor clings to the boat's centerboard in a desperate bid to get the boat up again. Enough's enough. Exhausted, they call for help. They're safe at last aboard the sheriff's boat heading back to dry land, hoping to put the memory of this miserable day on the water far behind them.
Record, playback, watch. The three-step program to REALTV.
In Scottsdale, Arizona, cops pull over a car packed with a mother, 2 kids, and one very upset father. Officers must tread lightly. The man is wanted for aggravated assault. More specifically, he's accused of pointing a gun at another driver. He screams at officers, telling them to shoot him. The situation gets worse. The man plays dirty and drags his 2 young children into the crossfire. 2 hours into the standoff, the SWAT team decides enough is enough. 2 rounds of beanbags and a non-lethal explosive device are enough to make the man beg for mercy. Another fine job by officers. Everyone walks away uninjured, and the man is hauled to jail.
Expect an eyeful. This is REALTV.
The daredevil on our next tape goes by the nickname the Human Torch, and you're about to see why.
This is probably the last place you'd want to be. Unless you're stuntman Gary Edelin. Today, he's going to be set on fire and burned for over a minute. Gary's assistants torch him up. While he burns, Gary can't breathe. One gulp of air and his lungs will be scorched. A minute passes. Firemen stand by to put him out, but Gary's not giving the sign. It's been 1:35, and Gary's smack out of air. It's over. Gary's fine, and the stunt is a success. Looking at a second angle, it's hard to believe Gary doesn't have a burn on his body. But for this daredevil, it's all in a day's work.
Gary also holds the record for the longest full body burn at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. I wonder who held that record before him. That will just about wrap it up for today. As we go, check out these skydivers trying a twist on their sport. It's called pond swooping. So long, everybody.